Hello students, we have looked at scalar multiplication at a mathematical level. Now let us look at it using geometry. So now we have got a vector here and we have got a vector here. These two vectors, you can see that they've the same size. These two arrows are of equal length, so we can say that they are representing physical quantities that have got the same magnitude or the same size. But if you look carefully at the directions of the vectors, it is completely opposite or it is completely different. So if we consider the first one to be vector A, then the next one will be vector negative A. So basically what have we done here? We have multiplied by a scalar, because this vector A here, if we say this is our vector A and then vector A is given by certain components. So when we multiply vector A by -1, we are actually going to change its direction. You can see that here we didn't change the size because we just multiplied by 1. We did not change the size of the vector. So here, if we have got here a vector going in that direction, and I say that this is vector B, then a vector that goes to the opposite direction would have to be vector negative B. You can say that these vectors have the same magnitude. They've got equal magnitudes. They've got the same lengths. The arrows are of equal length. Their ubude there is the same. So you can basically say that these two vectors, they've got the same length, they've got the same magnitude, but they are facing the opposite direction. So mathematically, we can say that to change the direction of a vector, you can just multiply it by -1. For example, if I've got a vector going in that direction and I say that the vector is +2 meters per second, let's just assume that this is a velocity vector. Now, this velocity vector is going to the right by +2 meters per second. To draw a vector that goes opposite to its direction, I just have to multiply these two with negative, and then the vector will change its direction, and it will be -2 meters per second. But you can see that the magnitude or the size of the arrows is still the same, meaning that the quantity is still the same. So here, this is vector -A. We have multiplied by -1. So this is known as scalar multiplication. When you multiply by a number, you can either change the size or the direction. If you multiply with the number of opposite sign, you will change the direction definitely, because here you can see that this is +A. We multiplied it by -1. We multiplied it by what? By -1, so that it changes its direction. So basically, when you multiply by negative scalar multiple, then you're going to change the direction of the vector. Let's try to see this one. This is vector 2A. If you compare the original vector A here and you compare it to this vector 2A, you can see that there's a notable difference in the size. The direction of the vector is still the same. You can see that this is still the same direction. These two vectors are still going the same direction. But now the difference is that this vector 2A, it is actually bigger. It is actually what? It is actually bigger than A. In this case, it is actually double the size of A. So when you multiply with a number, when you multiply a vector with a number that is greater than 1 or that is less than 1, as long as that number it is not 1, then you actually increase or you can decrease the size of the vector. In this case, we have taken vector A, we have multiplied it by 2, we have actually increased its length by 2 times. So if this is a vector going in that direction at 2 meters, let's just say it's a displacement vector, 2 meters. If I say I draw another vector, assuming that it has got double the length of this one, this vector will be 4 meters. So basically, what have I done to transition from this smaller vector of 2 meters to 4 meters? I've actually multiplied by 2. So basically, when you multiply a vector with a certain scalar or with a certain number, you can increase its size. And then now look at this vector now. This is -2A. Basically, this is vector -2A. So you can see that vector -2A, I've just changed the direction of 2A. So this 2A, it is actually this length, and then this is -2A. They are of equal length. If you compare these two vectors, you can see that they've got the same length. If you compare this vector and this vector, they have the same length. But the difference here is that they are going opposite directions. you can see that this one is going that direction, this one is going that direction, completely opposite. Hence, mathematically, how do we see that? This is positive 2a. We multiply this by negative 1, this will be negative 2a. So when you multiply by negative 1, you basically change the direction of the vector. Now look at this. This is positive half a. So here you have still multiplied by a certain scalar multiple. In this case, you have multiplied by 1 over 2. Remember, 1 over 2 is half of something. Something becomes smaller if you half it. So basically, if I have a line here representing a vector, and I say that this is 2 meters, it's a displacement vector. If I say half of this 2 meters, I will get 1 meter. So it has to be of a shorter length, 1 meter. So basically, you can see that this 1 meter, it is half of this original vector. So you can multiply by a fraction. When you multiply by a fraction, in most cases, you'll actually reduce. The size of that particular vector. In this case, we have reduced the size of a. If you look at the original vector a, where everything arised from, if you look at half of a, it is smaller, but it's still in the same direction. Look at negative half a. If you compare this one, which is 1 over 2a, and you compare this one, which is negative 1 over 2a, they have the same size. The length of the arrows is the same. It's like we have got here 1 meter, and then we have got here negative 1 meter. You can see that they have the same size. These arrows are of the same length. They have the same size. The vectors are equal in a sense. Yeah, the magnitudes of the vectors are equal. The sizes of the vectors are equal. But now the difference here is the direction. So this is simply because we have multiplied half of a, we've multiplied it by negative 1. So multiplying it by negative 1 will basically change its direction. So this is basically how it looks like geometrically. So now let's take a Cartesian plane and put a vector here. And I say that this is my vector, the red vector. Now the question will be, for the vector AB given in the diagram, find the following and plot them on the same set of axes. So basically this red vector, its components, this red vector, it is just given by, let's just say this is a vector AB. This is vector AB given by the components 1:1. So the vector is given by the components 1:1. How did I see that? You can see that from here to here, the x component is 1, and from here to here, the y component is also 1. So this vector is given by 1:1. Those are its components. So now I want us to actually do scalar multiplications on this vector and geometrically represent them on a Cartesian plane. So now we're going to do these ones. Number 1, we're going to have 2ab. 2ab, basically we are going to take our vector ab and multiply it by a scalar factor of 2. So now to find the vector 2ab, remember, what do? You multiply each and every component by that 2. In this case, this will be 2 times the x component is 1. So that's 2 times 1 is 2. And then you have to multiply the y value as well. 2 times 1 will also be 2. These are the components. So this is 2:2. To plot this on the Cartesian plane, remember, you can plot it any way you want. You can plot it on the origin or each and every place you want on the Cartesian plane. So now I would just like to plot it closer to this one. I would just like to plot it closer to the original vector. So 2ab, let's just say I plot it here. If I plot 2ab here, it has to have double the length. So I'm not accurate because I'm just using a pen, but basically you can see that it has got double the length of this one. You can see that the components here is 2:2. So basically this is 2ab. So I've represented it geometrically. I've just increased the length by 2. Okay, so what about negative half ab? Negative half ab, look at this. We've got two things here. We've got half ab, then we've got negative. First of all, half ab, how can I find half ab? So 1/2 times vector ab, I have just to half each component here. Find the half of the x component, find the half of the y component. In this case, half of 1 is 0.5. So it's just 1 over 2. And then half of 1 is also 0.5. That's 1 over 2. So this is a vector 1 over 2 AB. Okay, but I want negative of that. So I have to actually change its direction. Okay, but basically, can you plot half AB? To plot half AB, I can just start it here and make sure that it has got components 1 over 2 and 1 over 2. So you have just to move a bit here, something like this. It's half. Okay, this is not drawn to scale. This is just my pen drawing here. This is not drawn to scale, but this is vector AB, and then this is half of AB. This is half of what? Of AB. But we want negative half of AB. So you have to multiply this by -1. If you multiply this by -1, it just have to change its direction. Otherwise, it will have the same size. But the direction is something like this. Okay, so basically, this is how you represent the scalar multiplication using geometry. So geometrically, if we look at it at the Cartesian plane level, that's what it means to multiply by scalar a number. And then number 3, you've got 2BA. So we say that this is going to be negative half of vector AB. You've got 2BA. You can see that here our original vector is AB. Okay, this is our original vector AB. So now when you say BA, it means that we're actually getting the what? We're actually getting opposite. We're actually doing the opposite direction. Okay, for example, if I say now that this vector here from here to here is moving from point A to point B, then if I draw another vector here and I say it's now moving from B to A, do you see that now these two vectors, they have the same magnitude, they have the same size because they are moving from the same points, because this is moving from point A to point B, same points. But if you can see that now they are in opposite directions. So when we write vector AB, we are trying to say here, we are trying to say that A is the tail of the vector, B is the head of the vector. Now, if we say vector BA in this way, we are trying to say now B is now the tail, and then A is now the head. So you can see that the notable difference here is that the head becomes the tail. This is the tail. The head becomes the tail, and the tail becomes the head. So basically, that's what's happening when you are doing what? When you are changing the direction. So here, if we are having something like this, this is 2BA. So this is 2BA. The original vector, this red one, it is actually AB. So if I say BA, I'm actually trying to say that I've done what? I've changed its direction. Okay, I've changed its direction. So now this is times 2. So try to draw it on your own and tell me how it looks like. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned as we do more vectors videos. Thank you for watching.